All right, so welcome in everybody. We wanted to do a community spotlight here, and one of my favorite people in the community to spotlight, of course, is Nate Stowe with Stowe Training Systems. So go ahead and say hi.
Hi, everybody.
All right, so Nate Stowe is someone that I've known for, at least 10, 12 years at this point?
We've been 2015, August. I remember when that good-looking man walked in my front door.
Right, made an impact. Cool. Scarred him for life.
Yes.
But anyways, we've known each other for a long time and have worked in tandem with many clients through the years. And with our community spotlight, no further place to start than, of course, with Nate. And so I wanted to introduce him to the clients of In Motion Sport and Spine, of course, give him an opportunity to tell us a little bit about your gym. So let's just start there. What type of gym do you have? Who are your clients? And let's kind of go forward from there.
I have what I would call actually a studio versus a gym. It's just super small. It's about 1,200 square feet. 800 square foot workout floor. It's quiet, it's clean. Most of it, I say it's like client centered. You know, when I thought about it, I thought about who do I want to work with and what kind of environment would they enjoy themselves being in, because a lot of people have that gym intimidation, and you know, we don't want to have body acts and chalk and sweat and grunting and all that, you know, so it's just quiet, clean, small, community based, and you know, hopefully it's just a place that you can envision yourself coming back to, and you know, and wanting to come back to.
Yeah, of course. And one of the things that I love so much about Nate and you, of course, in his training approach is there has never been a client that I felt like we could send Nate and he would not figure out a way to exercise. Because Nate has worked with the gamut of a hip replaced, a knee replaced, first time coming back to fitness. I have osteoporosis. I mean, you've had some complicated clients that are great people, but sometimes have some physical challenges, and you always find a way to get people some fitness in.
You know, I definitely do my best. You know, like I said, my biggest philosophy is just client-centered. What does the client need? You know, and then that's how we decide what to do. You know, versus it's got to be this way or got to be that way. Well, you know, I know where you want to go. You want to feel better. You probably want to get stronger. You know, a lot of things we want to do, but where do we start? Well, we start where, you know, you can start and connect those two things.
That's awesome. That's one of the things I admire the most about you, for sure, is like there's no place that you can't start, right? And it's very positive. I've seen Nate work with clients before in your space, and it's just a very neat environment. It's very welcoming. It's very warm. So wanted to share that with the In Motion community, of course. And then tell us a little bit what drew you to fitness. Why did you choose personal training and fitness as a career?
Oh man, I told you I could make this a 5-minute story or a 30-minute story. We agreed to meet somewhere in the middle. Yeah. I'd say fitness, first of all, just that in general, is it changed my life. Yeah. It started out like a lot of folks probably, as I wanted to get better at sports. You know, I was the hardest working guy. I was Mr. Hustle every single year. That's the hardest working guy who's actually not any good. You know, if you're getting good, you get the Golden Glove, you get the Silver Slugger, you get the All-Stars. I went to my coach right before my senior season, and I said, you know, hey, coach, what can I do? I want to be better. I want to contribute to the team, and I don't want to be holding anybody back. I want to, you know, help us win. And he said, son, you know, you got all the skills, and more practice is not going to help you. You got to get bigger, stronger, faster. So I found the biggest guy on the team that got that way from weightlifting versus just being, you know, country strong is what I call it. But this guy actually got big by weightlifting. Followed him around, put on about 15 pounds, won an all-star, you know, made it to the all-stars. Our team won district. Got knocked out of the playoffs a little bit early. That was disappointing. But then I stuck with the fitness because they were going into college. And then, you know, it's funny, man. They say that girls like guys with confidence, but, you know, maybe you want to be stronger to have that confidence in the first place. So that confidence helped me meet my beautiful wife, Laura. We've been married, oh my gosh, on camera, 14 years. You know, so, you know, it's definitely changed my life like that. As far as like how about doing that for a career, I've always wanted to be a teacher, you know, since I was about 12 years old, and just my dad said, son, teachers don't make no money. You should be a doctor, a lawyer, or a banker. So, you know, studying banking. Senior year of college, I realized, you know what, I hate banking. I hate banking, you know, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm lost. I got this degree, moved to Austin, have some odd jobs, and then one day I get home and a friend of mine, he became a personal trainer. And he told me about his day, and I was like, that sounds amazing. So I can combine something I love, and I've been studying fitness with something I actually always wanted to do was teaching. And that was, oh my gosh, that's 17 years ago now. So yeah, man, so here we are.
Well, that's great. Well, one other thing that I would love to do is I would love to pick your brain. Maybe, something that you're doing recently or you've added in, but I think we're going to do here in a minute a quick tip that maybe you're infiltrating into some of your training with some of your clients. But before we get to that and go to the gym, tell people what's the best way to find you. How can they reach out and connect with you?
The easiest way to find me is at my website, stowetraining.com. Cleverly named Stowe Training Systems. I'm Nathan Stowe. stowetraining.com. There's some buttons on there. Click any of them, and it'll be me that gets back to you. Because one thing about my gym is when you come in, you work with me. So you don't come in and then I give you this person or give you that person. Like, you come in, you are working with me. So stowetraining.com.
Well, I appreciate you making it out.
Yes, sir.
And we love working with you in the community. And as I've said before, he's one of my favorite community partners, and you guys should absolutely check him out. So,
Appreciate it.
Awesome. Let's go back to the gym.
Hey,
Let's do a little work back there, okay?